The city of Los Angeles was still dark in the early morning hours of January 28, 2026. A call came into the Los Angeles Police Department. It reported a burglary in progress. The crime was happening at a warehouse on East 32nd Street. This area is in a commercial part of South Los Angeles. Suspects, their faces hidden by ski masks, were seen breaking into the building. They were quickly loading items from the warehouse into a large U-Haul truck. The call suggested the suspects were working fast, trying to take as much as they could before anyone noticed their illegal actions. Officers from the LAPD responded to the scene with urgency. They knew that time was critical in situations like this one. As police units began to arrive near the 1100 block of 32nd Street, the suspects realized their time was up. They did not surrender. Instead, they made a decision to flee. The suspects jumped into the cab of the U-Haul truck. They started the engine and pulled away from the warehouse. This action immediately started a police pursuit. The quiet, dark streets of South Los Angeles were suddenly filled with the sound of a roaring truck engine, police sirens. The initial moments of the chase were tense. The size of the U-Haul made it a difficult vehicle to navigate through city streets, especially at high speeds. They pushed the truck to its limits, ignoring traffic laws and the safety of others on the road. The police had to create a perimeter quickly. They needed to track the fleeing vehicle while also trying to keep the public safe from the unfolding danger. The chase began its path through the neighborhoods of South Los Angeles. The suspects showed a complete disregard for public safety from the very beginning. They sped through residential areas where people were just starting to wake up. The officers following the U-Haul had to make constant calculations. The suspects seemed to have a destination in mind. They used the size and bulk of the U-Haul as a temporary shield. Residents along the route were startled by the commotion. The U-Haul phase of the chase reached its planned conclusion near a famous local landmark. The suspects drove the truck to an area near Randy's Donuts in Inglewood. They brought the large truck to a sudden stop. They had a faster, less conspicuous getaway car waiting for them nearby. This car, a dark-colored Lexus sedan, was waiting for them. A police SUV moved in to try and block their escape. During this tense moment, the sedan collided with the police SUV. Once inside the Lexus sedan, the suspects drove with even greater desperation. The chase moved from the surface streets of Inglewood onto the freeway. Map: South LA Chase Path, East 32nd St. to Inglewood to Hyde Park. Here the suspects could push the car to its top speeds. They traveled at speeds well over the legal limit, creating a significant danger for morning commuters. The sedan swerved between lanes, cutting off other vehicles, forcing drivers to brake suddenly to avoid a collision. Police followed at a distance, coordinating with air units and units ahead. The suspects' driving was extremely reckless. They showed no regard for the lives of others on the road. After a tense freeway period, the suspects exited back onto surface streets. The chase moved into Hyde Park. They ran red lights and ignored stop signs. Police were closing in, tightening the perimeter. The dangerous pursuit came to a sudden and violent end in the Hyde Park neighborhood. The suspects' luck finally ran out at the intersection of Arlington Avenue, West 48th Street. As the fleeing Lexus sedan sped through the intersection, it was broadsided by another car. The driver of the other vehicle was an innocent bystander who had no time to react. The impact was forceful, causing significant damage to both vehicles, stopping the suspect's car in its tracks. The loud crash echoed through the quiet morning neighborhood. The chase was over. The suspect's sedan was disabled, crumpled from the force of the collision. Witnesses saw people inside the suspect's car trying to get out immediately after the impact. Despite the crash, their first instinct was to flee. Some suspects attempted to run on foot, trying to disappear into the surrounding residential area. Police officers moved in quickly to secure the area. Officers drew their weapons and ordered the suspects to surrender. In the immediate aftermath of the crash, law enforcement officers worked quickly to secure the chaotic scene. They successfully detained two of the suspects who were in the Lexus sedan. These individuals were taken into custody at the crash site. The immediate priority was to take the suspects into custody and to check on the condition of the person in the other car. The intersection of Arlington Avenue and 48th Street was completely blocked off by police vehicles and emergency responders. The focus for law enforcement now shifted from pursuit to investigation. They had to process the crime scene. Collected evidence. U-Haul truck abandoned in Inglewood. Collected evidence. Crashed Lexus sedan in Hyde Park. The stolen goods from the warehouse burglary were a key part of the investigation. The police worked to determine what was taken and to build a strong case. At least one other suspect managed to escape from the crash scene on foot. This individual remained at large. This incident, from the initial burglary to the final crash, illustrates the risks in police pursuits and their impact on the community. As the investigation continues, and authorities work to bring all responsible parties to justice.